Greetings, you all. Happy Thursday. This is my second visit here. I am coming in today with my partner, Gabrielle Zelina. Add as a moderator. Let's see if I can do that. And okay. Hello, everyone. We are coming in to talk about the work that we're doing in the world and some of the astrology and
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's so good to see you.
I know. It's good to see you, my
You
love, and all your plant babies.
yes. Oh my God, I love my plants. They're doing so well. Like literally,
They're thriving.
they are thriving. They had not been thriving, but I literally just started paying attention to them.
You went and found your green thumb.
I
You
did.
took
I
it
did.
off of the shelf and put it on. It was like, let me let me
And
get this action popping.
they're doing so well. I have a monstera that's starting to really come back to life. I feel really good. I love my plants, and so.
I love it. It looks like a very beautiful sunny LA day over there.
Finally, girl, it has been overcast in Los Angeles. We have been having, like, it has been like gray for the entire day. And today is the first day that we have sun in like a couple of weeks. It's been a while.
Oh, okay.
But this is not
Oh,
an uncommon experience in Los Angeles.
okay.
Yeah, we spent a couple of months like May and April, May and June can be pretty gloomy.
Yeah. And then do you guys have a dry summer?
Yes, and then we have
Okay.
and then we have a very dry summer.
Got it. So
Absolutely.
it's wet during the spring.
Yes.
Okay.
It's cool. It's cool during the spring,
Gotcha.
It's cool during the spring and then we'll have summer until like November. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yay.
Okay. Well, we're back on here, Instagram family. I know you missed us. I know you missed us because there's only one Monique and Gabby. Okay.
That is it. And what we do is so specialized and valuable. It's so
Yeah.
specialized and valuable.
Yes.
Um, I have been here every day talking about the nodal work, which is deeply transformational because the nodes.
Everybody I know that watches your videos are like, who is this woman? What planet is she from? And how is she downloading all this information? I mean, it's very profound the experience that people are having watching this, watching
I'm
your daily show.
I'm so grateful because I I, what's happening on the planet is not on the news. It's not even being taught in school. They're not talking about it in churches. Maybe some are, but we are going through a major transformation as humans, as beings, and women are on the leading edge of this because of our connection to the divine and our connection to the invisible forces and the cosmos,
Yeah.
and it's really important that we begin to recognize what's happening so that we can activate ourselves. But also, to me, it's just like so you don't have to suffer.
Yeah. Information really does
That's
help. I'm definitely a
right.
girl who's like, give me the information so I can adjust accordingly,
Yes,
and we're good.
that's right. That's right.
Yep.
So that is what we're up to. So today, how do you want to start this conversation? I'm gonna follow you.
Um, so I am. Last night was an interesting night. Chosen was like, did not sleep. I had a photo shoot this morning. Like the one night that I'm like, son, I need you to sleep so I can do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't happen. And so
Mm-hmm.
I am just a little kind of like, oh, and it's a little gloomy outside now, so I'm a little sleepy. So I'm just gonna start with that, everybody. That I'm here, I'm present, my best self is forward. However, I have a 2-year-old son at home that's still nursing, and he is the light of my life, and
Mhm.
a lot of things revolve around him.
Yeah,
So, I may not be as electric as I usually am
yeah. Well, you
because
look
mama needs some
electric.
sleep. Okay.
You look electric.
Oh.
And, and and I will say that the thing that I love about what you just said is that Chosen is a Taurus.
Mm,
And you have a Taurus rising, and Taurus
hmm.
energy is the invitation to slow down. It
Yeah,
literally is the invitation to take your time, to be look to experience like luxury, which means going slow and resting and being nurtured and being, like it's Taurus energy is baby on the titty energy.
girl. He has such a beautiful life. I'll be like, because I'm the mama this time, can I have a mama like yours next time when I come
Right.
back?
Yes, yes.
Because nursing, past 2 years old, eats the most beautiful food, has mangoes and blueberries and fresh pancakes in the
Mhm,
morning, has a big
mhm,
sister that is his guardian and protective angel on the earth.
mhm,
He really incarnated into beauty. His father is this wonderful, like, big, huge play toy,
mhm,
guardian also. And it's
mhm,
like, what did you do to
mhm,
incarnate in this? I'm so
mhm,
happy for you.
mhm. That is so beautiful. I feel very similar about my relationship with my son and
Mm,
how
mm,
I have created spaces for him to be safe
yeah,
and loved and seen and celebrated. And I had to be very intentional about it. I had to really let go of my own narratives around what it meant to parent a black child, and or what you know what I mean, like all that
right.
ancestral stuff. I had to really let that stuff go.
Hmm.
And it's interesting in a world where um there's so much experience and stories that say it's not safe.
Right.
And it's so easy to buy into that stuff because we live in this 3D world together, but we have to understand that everybody's reality is not your reality.
Facts.
And we as women, especially women in melanated bodies, get to create reality. That is what we do. We build the reality. Every child, every person on the planet has come through a woman's body. And that pattern comes from Black women. The pattern of that creative process started in melanated women. And we just have forgotten. You know how when you play that, when you were a child and you played that game, like you took a sentence and then you whispered it in somebody's ear,
Oh, yeah.
and then you whispered in the next, and then the last person who got it said it out loud,
And
and
it's
it's something.
usually jumbled up.
It is, and that's what our power looks like now. We have just
Oh,
passed it down so long that we don't remember what the original code was. But
yeah.
the original code is in us.
Hmm.
It's in
Hmm.
us. We
Yeah.
don't It's not an egoic thing. It's in our natural way of being. It's in our DNA. And the work that we are doing with women uh, assists them in tapping into their natural code and DNA, so we can begin to repattern reality with the OG codes. And girl, that just requires, like the willingness to want your magic more than you want to be accepted in the world.
Yeah, you have to want to remember who you actually are because this is a remembering.
Yes,
It's
yes, it
in
is.
you. It's been in you. You've had moments where you're like, oh, da 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 da. And yeah, we pull the whole veil down and really embody what it is to be a co-creator, to
Yeah.
be made in the image of God.
Hmm.
We have been taught that, and we forget what that means.
Yes.
Um, And in our program, Daughters of the 13 Moons, it's really a space to come back to your nature, your cycles,
Mm-hmm.
and come back and harness what has been forgotten,
Yes.
whether it was done intentionally for us to get forget. We don't care
Right.
about that. We
It
don't
doesn't
care
matter.
about how we got here.
Yes.
We care about you waking up and
Mm-hmm.
remembering who you are and how you were divinely created to be,
Mm-hmm.
and support and assist you on that journey.
Mm-hmm.
You might be upset about some of the things that transpired that got us here, and that's all fine. We hold
Mm-hmm.
space for that,
And
but we
we
don't want to get
alchemize that. We alchemize that.
exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. And so, that's it's really like taking a bunch of books out of your backpack
Mm-hmm.
and becoming light
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in your life journey. You lighten up,
Yeah.
and the journey becomes so much more clear, so much more
Mm-hmm.
fun. And, that alchemy that you're talking about, Monique, is everything, because so much of what's weighed us down is this is happening to
Yes.
me.
Yes.
This is bad. This is happening to me. What's this all about? And it's like,
Yes.
no, nothing's happening to you,
Yeah. It's happening for you.
for you, and through
That's
you.
right. That's right. That's right. It's a beautiful opportunity to be a woman on the planet right now. Like
Ooh.
I feel so happy. Like I remember when I was a little girl or when I was a teenager or 20 and I used to just feel like, oh, it's so awful and I don't know how I'm gonna do it and everything is so hard and now I'm like, oh my God. I am so fortunate that I am in this body of a woman and that I have this consciousness of the goddess and that I get to experience the capacity and the ability to alchemize, to take situations from shadow and alchemize them through my system and through feeling them and actually make gold from them. Like, it has become so fun. I love it.
Yes. Yes,
It
yes,
is it
yes.
is deeply fun. So we have been hosting for the last 3 months. Gabrielle, Pachamama, Gabrielle, and I have been with for the last 3 months with a group of women. How has that been for you?
Mm. For one, I have to start with its inception. My relationship with Monique is in this world, out of this world,
Mm-hmm.
so necessary, such a must. I'm gonna nurture it like it's my favorite flower, because it really is. Our sisterhood is so beautiful, and we've just been on this journey for 10 years. And the things that Monique and I have done to support one another in deep intimacy, deep vulnerability, deep regulation of the nature of this reality,
Mm-hmm.
we just open the door up for women to come with us,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that's really fun because this is not work for us. It's
Mm-hmm.
not. It's who we are. It's
Mm-hmm.
what we are. It's what we do every single day with our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And we've opened that journey up for women to be inside of their journey with us.
Mm-hmm.
And we are with them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's just such a divine practice that I know I have this community to tap into.
Mm-hmm.
Like on those hard days, when I've had a hard day, I know I can come to Instagram and click that button with Monique and hear something riveting. I know
Mm-hmm.
that support is there, but
Mm-hmm.
there's a whole nother level of support in our community group, which is I get to actually ask questions. I get to actually, share a whole spill of what's going on with me and be supported by many women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And no, I'm not alone. Um, and also, it's a beautiful thing. Every time you teach, you get to learn twice. And so
Yes.
every time I teach, I'm relearning. I'm
Mm-hmm.
understanding a new aspect of something. And so as facilitators of the group, it's beautiful to share what, I have taken in
Mm-hmm.
and what we have learned from our own processes.
Mm-hmm.
I am very much a teacher based off experience.
Mm-hmm.
I will absolutely embody everything that I speak of
Mm-hmm.
because that's just Gabrielle's relationship with
Yeah.
herself. And, so it's such a beautiful thing to share light with women
Mm-hmm.
who are in various places.
Mm-hmm.
You got some young women in our community who are so, they already have shed so many of the old codes that could stick on the collective. So you
Yes.
have that group to watch, like she's
Mm-hmm.
light, but she's moving through her own things too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have some of the more mature women who are still pulling off the layers that Monique and I have already pulled off.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to be midwives for these women. We get
Mm-hmm.
to be spiritual midwives and hold space for them. And no, baby, I already know what you're birthing. You're going to come on the other side of this. I'm right here. I got you.
Yes. Yes.
And, we have women in our community now who are like steeped in this work,
Yes.
who are supporting us. And
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly what we wanted,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just been a really beautiful journey. And so I just love knowing that I have a home, I have a sisterhood to
Yeah.
lean into. And that just gives me a great deal of confidence,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really love it.
It is everything. It is so powerful to create a space for women where we can actually use the technology of womanhood to become our individual and collective selves. Because we
Yes.
know that women, we are run by cycles. That is why we bleed once a month. The cycles are running in us.
Yeah.
And when we come together and follow the cycle of the moon, we begin to experience ourselves and we shed and we become and we die and we're born again month after month after month, and we get to do it together. And the thing that I am beginning to appreciate now, because I, like you, have been a facilitator in this, is I'm getting to the place where I'm starting to feel comfortable. Like I was one of the women in the group. Won't say her name, but yesterday I was challenging her. I was like, you can feel this energy and you're in your head. Like, get out of your head and get into your body and allow yourself to feel it. And she was like, okay, okay. And, but I've been working with her for maybe 2 years, and I
Mm.
can see that like, it's time for her to kind of get out of her old way of being and fly and get a little higher. But she's scared. But she's scared.
Been
And
there, done that.
right. And so she's like holding on energetically, and because we're together, I'm able to say, let go.
Yes.
Let go.
Do you know how like just divine that permission is?
Hmm. Hmm.
And to know that I'm going to let go and I'm going to be witnessed by you and you're going to be here so I can talk to you and share and like come undone.
Yes.
Letting go is coming undone,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
you know?
Whew. That's
Oh,
good.
it's so powerful.
It's
So
so
powerful.
powerful. It is. And right now, we are in a time on the planet where many of us are unraveling our old identities,
Yeah.
like who we once were. These ideas of, what it meant to be a wife and a mother and what womanhood looks like. And, like, we were given this sort of composite that was the best idea. And what we know is that there is no composite of the best idea. Your individuality, however it looks on you, is your best idea. Now, how do we do that together? Like a bouquet of flowers, where every flower, oh, this flower is yellow, and this flower is red, and this is a rose, and this is a daisy, but they all are together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. There is no script. And
Yeah.
that's the thing. We've really been sold that life is a movie
Mhm.
and you
Mhm.
have a prescribed script that you must follow
Mhm.
if you are a man or a woman.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's just not always the
It
case.
is never the case.
No,
it
never. Really, it's never the case. They're
is.
fun to play in. I love
Yes.
Miss Huxtable. I really
Yeah.
love her role. She's such a cute role, and I love like I'm gonna be Miss Huxtable
Yeah.
today, you know. And then you realize, oh, that was a show. But
Yes.
as children, that's what our imagination does. It sees the external and
Mhm.
says, "Oh, I can wear that costume, or I can wear that one, or I can
Mhm.
do that one. What is
Mhm.
it out there that I want to do?" Versus, excuse me, God,
Mhm.
God self.
Mhm. Mhm.
Who exactly am I? What exactly do I want to do or bring to the earth?
Mhm. Mhm.
And let that script emerge from
Yes.
within.
Asha.
That's, oh,
Yes.
that's what we do every month, right?
Right. That is what we do every month. And we midwife one another. We midwife
Mhm.
one another and we midwife the community. And we are literally peeling back the mask, dropping the stories and narratives, and witnessing ourselves as our authentic sense of self begins to express itself. And that looks like shedding jobs that don't serve you. That looks like revolutionizing yourself in a
Yes.
relationship. In the relationship. Like, I'm going to stay in this relationship and become somebody else.
Yes.
And this person with me is going to witness or turn away, but I'm going to use the fire of the relationship to refine my identity.
Yes.
I'm going to use, like, this is what we're up to. I'm going to use the narratives of racism to refine my
Yes.
identity, like to become someone who is unbotherable, someone who is unoffendable, because none of this stuff has power over me. But it is the community that we are in together that allows us to do this work, to cook, to release, to shed, to awaken. It's the
Mhm.
community that allows us to do it. And so,
For
yeah.
sure. For sure. I love the reflections of the community. Because
Me
you
too.
know, when you're really solo, really, really solo,
Mm-hmm.
you judge everything, you doubt, you question, you ponder,
Mm-hmm.
you freeze in action.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have community, you're moving, you're rolling, you're
Yes.
talking, you're expressing, you're being, you're
Yes.
having experiences, you're having mirror reflections back from the people around you, and you really need that. You
Yes.
know, the river must run. It must
Yes.
run.
You have been so helpful for me in that, Gabrielle, because I'm a very internal solo person. I can be, even though I'm also very social, don't get me wrong, but
This me,
I
y'all. I'd be like, Monique, come, Monique.
She does. And I really appreciate it because every time I get to see, like, okay, it's time for me to shed this. It's time for me to have a death again. It's time for me to die to this old way of being. It very much is a revolution. It's a revolutionary experience. And each time when you come and give me a reflection and I begin to take that in, I watch another part of myself collapse and a new part rise. It's so, um, yeah, it's like a divine dance. It truly is like a divine dance. And I really believe that women have the capacity to heal one another in ways that we don't have with others, right? Like, it's what do I want to how do I want to say this? It is like, I have been in company with women who are like, I don't want to spend time with other women. And everyone, to each to their own, but it is the depths of intimacy that I experience with women, and the empathy and the compassion that gives me the freedom to heal. It just, there's nothing else like it. And I know that you can have experiences with men that, like, my experiences with men still in my life are have an undercurrent of romantic stuff in them,
Mm,
have an
hmm.
undercurrent of the the sexual things, and which are great. I'm just saying that I love being in spaces with women where that's not there. It's just not there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I get
Yeah.
to really relax because there's nothing performative going on. There's nothing about my presentation. It literally is like, oh, this is a mirror reflection that shows me, and I don't have to process the other stuff that goes on between me and men. And so I just deeply appreciate it. I just said a lot to say that.
Yes, yes. I understand what you mean, though. A lot of
Mhm.
that is coming undone, even in the feminine and masculine relationship. The
Mhm.
performative,
Yeah.
the mask, the things we
Yeah.
do, the things we bring in that are not actually sustainable.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's coming undone in all of the
That's
relationships, the
right.
mothers, the daughters,
Yeah.
the fathers, everywhere. There's a deep authenticity occurring and a normalization of things that were once taboo,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
Thank you, Age of Aquarius.
That
Thank
is
you.
right. Yes, it is. It's such a different experience to be able to hold ideas of things. She said it feels transactional. Yes,
Mm,
that is it. Like my experience with men has felt transactional, and I don't experience that with women. But I'm doing the work to heal that in myself because I am the creator of my reality. So if I want to have more honest, transparent relationships with men, that means getting clear about my own purpose and what I'm up to so that I'm not sending out mixed signals. Because as
yeah,
women, we are the creators of reality. So if a man is showing up in my life in a transactional way, it is because inside of me, I am being transactional with my own masculine energy. This energy of, well, what can you do for me?
right.
And right, it's like, well, what are you bringing? And don't get me wrong, like things here are transactional. So we have to understand that transaction isn't bad. Is it aligned in the value system that you hold for yourself though?
Yes. What do you feel, Monique, is the difference between this transaction you're speaking
Mhm.
of and the principle of reciprocity?
I really think it's about people knowing their own value, right? Because
Hmm.
reciprocity is something that's always happening. Cause and effect is something that's always happening. You can't get out of those. That's the earth realm.
Yeah.
What you get out, you're going to get back.
Hmm.
The Venus work is balance. It's the mirror, right? The mirror is this person is showing me an aspect of myself. That's Venus. That's reciprocity, right? And then
Hmm.
Saturn is cause and effect. What I put out is coming back. You can't free yourself from those. That's law.
Those are
Okay?
laws.
Those are laws.
Yeah.
So if those are the laws, then I need to get clear about where is my value system so that my cause and effect is in alignment with what I value.
Yes. Yes. Monitoring your output
Yes,
so that you can actually align with the type of input you're
that's
receiving.
right. That's
Yes.
right. And understanding that, call your own name in it, all of it. So if you're experiencing someone where it's transaction, you have to know that that is aligned with you in some way.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
It's not nothing is happening outside of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. 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 And that's always the hardest part because you're like, oh, they're doing such and such. Ill, get away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of
Right.
leaning in and asking, where is this in me?
Yes. That's
That
right.
takes a lot of courage.
It
Yeah.
does. And we have Neptune in Aries right now, which means that we have the capacity to be much more compassionate with ourselves
Oh,
and others.
oh,
So that's the order right now. Compassion will save you.
yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. That
Yeah.
is amazing. Monique and I did some compassion work in the wintertime, and it was so profound.
Hmm.
It really shifted us. And these are the kind of themes we work through in our program. We kind of bring the energy that's needed at the moment,
Hmm.
like what we're seeing in the community of, okay. So, and then we bring that work. And let me tell you, a lot of women being together can be scary for some people because
Hmm.
it's a lot of power. And who's directing all of that? And it shouldn't be scary because we are just naturally coded with nurturing and care for this universe. We are the daughters of the earth.
Mhm.
We are naturally aligned to care for her, to nurture her, to want to expand her. Um, and you know, I definitely think at some point I had some trauma around the witch hunting phase of humanity.
Mhm.
A- And I didn't want people to know my light.
Mhm.
I didn't want people to know my gifts
Mhm.
to shift
Mhm.
timelines, and eradicate, things and energetics and within lineages. And I'm so happy that I've healed that because women need to know that that's our
Yes.
nature. It's nothing supernatural. It is actually natural. And if anything, oh, the woman herself is supernatural.
Yes. Come on now.
Okay.
Yes.
And so we do not need to walk this planet as if we are not the divinity that we are. And not to say that the animals are divine. The animals are divine. They are divine and they're right.
Mhm.
But woman has a specific code and an embedded house of beauty
Yes.
that it matters to see women embody it. It
Mhm.
gives us permission that it's safe to do it.
Yes.
Because inside of many of our bodies, we have learned it is not safe
That's
to
right.
be
Oh,
supernatural.
that's right. And so because we've learned that, then we suppress it,
Yep.
and it makes us sad. It
And
makes us
sick.
sick. It makes us fat. It makes us unhappy.
Yep.
It makes us, because we are repressing, suppressing our natural way of being. And
Yes.
Daughters of the 13 Moons is here. We have created this community to create safe spaces for us to unfold, for us to remember, for us to blossom.
Yes.
And it takes being in safe spaces to find the courage to be yourself,
Yes.
to be with other women, to say, no, I see you. I know what you can do.
Hmm.
I know how powerful you are. I'm reading your chart. I know what this aspects mean, that you can do this thing. Like Gabrielle's like, you have this card means you function this way. Like, many of us are learning for the first time what gifts we have. We don't even, like, we've put them away for so long
Yeah.
that we are now finally like, oh, I actually do enjoy being loved, and I do enjoy being, feeling beautiful. I do enjoy, but you've not had the permission to do these things because all your energy was going towards things that were not for you. And now that you have the opportunity to begin to focus on yourself, you discover, like, oh yeah, my intuition did. Oh, I do have these downloads every day. Oh, at once a year this happens to me. Like, I was talking with a client, with one of the women the other day, and she was like, I never realized how much I love music, and here's why. And I'm like, look at, yes, like she really is like a siren. Like, her,
Mm.
but she didn't even know that because she not had the time, the space, the relaxation to discover who she really is. And
Yeah.
sometimes we discover it and then we think it's evil, it's a sin. The Bible said that's wrong. No, that is your power.
It wouldn't be housing you if it wasn't yours, baby.
That's right.
It would not be housing you if it wasn't yours. And I want to say, I love working with women of all ages because we
Mm-hmm.
all have our various crux that's been in the way.
Mm-hmm.
The young women, I have a baby sister that's turning 21 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Her astrology is very watery. Her cardology, she's an Eight of Hearts, which is very powerful in
Mm-hmm.
emotions, very psychic.
Mm-hmm.
And she's always been an interesting one in the family. And
Mm-hmm.
she's so powerful, Monique.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody could initiate her, of
Mm-hmm.
course, but her big sister,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I've been teaching her that her inner world is the only thing that matters,
Mm-hmm.
that she needs to, maybe one of our Daughter of the 13 Moon retreats will be to be in darkness for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
You need a death and a divorce with the outside world for a moment.
Yes. Yes.
We really need those.
Yes, we
If you're
do.
listening and you can do
Hmm.
that, do it. Just
Hmm.
go in your closet, find somewhere dark you could be, put windows up, stay in your house for 3 days that you can't see anything, or just put blindfolds on for an extended period of time.
Hmm.
Something will spark inside of you
Yes.
that the world is not behind those eyelids.
Whew.
It's not.
Yeah. That is so true. That is so true. I have done that exercise. It is everything. It is everything to go inside yourself. I think the thing that's been most surprising is what I actually discover within myself.
Right. Girl, that's everything. That's where the orgasms are. That's where the
Yeah.
bliss of love is. That's where the
Yes.
height of all the highs are
Yes.
inside of that
Hmm.
experience. And with my baby sister initiating her in this space, she's she's finally in a place like, oh, I was having violent thoughts when that guy was violent with me. I said, yeah, you created it. The
Hmm.
violence you were having inside yourself around you want to slap somebody, you want to do this, it manifested in your world so you can see it.
Yes.
You have to master your own mental violence to
Yes.
collapse it outside of you.
Ooh, come on.
And I was like, you're
Yep.
a powerhouse. We come from a lineage of very physically powerful women.
Yes.
I had to, my first husband was a triple black belt in martial arts. That
Hmm.
was my manifestation because of the violent power that I have.
Hmm.
And I had to
Hmm.
transmute it in a way that made
Hmm.
sense. Thank God I have a bestie who's an astrologer. Like, girl, you
Hmm.
got a Capricorn stellium. You can build an empire just with your mind. You can build a whole skyscraper with your brain.
Yes. Yeah.
And so that violent energy went into building
Hmm.
things, you
Hmm. Hmm.
went into building passion projects.
Yeah.
And so helping young women, I want to say this to anybody listening, please share, hit that little airplane right now and send this to a young woman because she needs women of mastery in her life.
Hmm.
Our
Yes.
mission in Daughters of the 13 Moons is to support women of all ages. Specifically for me, I'm feeling called to the young women today,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
women of all ages
Hmm.
to really help them understand and initiate them in their gifts.
Yes.
Because so many women have you ever just grown up with women and you just see them deteriorate
Oh.
for decade upon decade? They just go
Oh.
to waste. And you're like, girl, when we were little, I thought you was gonna be this and that.
Yes.
We can't,
Girl.
no, it's our responsibility to change that
Yes.
statistic.
That is right.
We
Absolutely.
created this program for women to allow themselves to come undone, to unlearn a lot of the cultural habits that we've learned that are not supportive to our nature,
Yep.
and build a new world where mental health and sanity is a normal thing,
Mhm.
when moving through obstacles and challenges is a time to extract power out of life
Yes.
versus it running us over.
Yes.
Okay. And
Wow.
so it's just been so beautiful just having this experience with my little sister because girl, she been a handful all her life. She a Scorpio.
Yes.
She been a handful and nobody don't know what to do with her but
Mm,
me.
mm. She's so fortunate to have you.
Mm,
Oh, it's such a gift. It is such a gift. It's so beautiful to be able to support our family
it
members and
is.
remembering who they are. And I spend hours a day praying for my family members and our
Mm,
community and other women. Literally, I'm a walking altar, as are you, in service to this work that we're doing. And
mhm.
so with that, you all, we have a orientation on May 15th.
Yes. From overwhelmed to an organized mind. We are living
Yes.
in a time where overwhelm is a normal, and
Hmm.
it's going to stay a normal until you, every woman listening to the replay, until you get in there and really organize it.
That's right.
And so we have systems that we work with to really support us in organizing the chaos of life.
Hmm.
I am a CEO and co-founder of multiple businesses. I am a mother of four. I have family spread across Florida and Georgia, and somehow I manage it all. And I
Mhm.
know it's because of Daughters of the 13 Moons.
Yeah.
So we're hosting an orientation, which is also a class that teaches you how to actually create goals,
Mhm.
create real goals for who you are, where you're at, and starting where you're at. You got to
Mhm.
start where you're at. I
Yes, you
don't want
do.
to hear yeah, I want $1 million.
Mhm.
That's the superficial stuff.
Mhm.
I want to help you. I want to feel amazing about myself
Mhm.
when I get dressed every day.
Mhm.
The things that actually matter.
Yeah.
I want to have a better relationship with my children, with my family.
Yes.
I want to, have enough to really send my children off to school, more than enough.
Mhm.
So we're doing the foundational work and building.
That's right.
This work is a
I want to feel
stacking of
healthy
work.
in my
Yeah.
body. I
I
want
want to
to have
heal.
relationships that honor me, that I honor,
Hmm.
right? Like I want to feed my body foods that actually resonate with healing and transformation, right? Like I want to be connected to my environment and feel good
Yes.
in it, right?
Yes. And I'll just give one little gem from
Mhm.
the class that we're doing on May 15th.
Mhm.
In order to transform anything in your life, you must be willing to face it.
Yes. That's
And we are here
right.
to support you in that. You
Yes.
must be willing to face whatever it is
Mhm.
and call it by name,
Mhm.
identify it,
Mhm.
and then you have the dominion to transform it.
That's right. Oh,
So
that's so good.
we're inviting everyone out next week
Yep.
to enjoy this powerful class, transformative class. I know that it's gonna be a big one. So
Yes, it
make
is.
sure you register. The links are in our bios.
Mhm.
I will put the link right now in the comments.
Yay! We're so excited. It
Yeah.
is, I feel so fortunate to be the one doing this work on the planet right now. I feel aligned to my purpose. I know that I'm right where I'm meant to be. And just gratitude, like just so much gratitude. Thank you, Gabrielle, for showing up in this assignment with me.
Yes,
Uh, it's so much fun. It really
it
is. We get
is.
to fly by the seat of our pants,
Yes.
and we've been here 3 months, and so it's about to start getting really good because we've done that foundational work.
Yeah, yeah, it's getting really good. And not only is this our third month in this cycle
Mhm.
of um, the Daughters of the 13 Moons work, Monique and I have been providing this space for 6, 7
Yeah.
years.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's morphed, it's grown, it's become more aligned with where the culture is right now, where women are in the collective story, where the astrology is.
Mhm.
It's just grown to, it's such a lotus flower.
Yes, it
Thriving
is.
in the mud, baby.
Yep.
Thriving.
Thriving in the mud. That is right. I love that mythology that the pure, the dirtier the mud, the purer the flower.
Yeah.
The dirtier the mud, the whiter the flower, the whiter the lotus.
Yes. Yes. It's been a beautiful journey. So
Mhm.
I'm excited to see you all next week. Of course, you can DM any questions anytime.
Mhm.
Is there anything else, Monique?
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next week, and I'm sure you'll see Moon Mama
Yeah.
again tomorrow.
Yes.
And hopefully you'll start to see me more soon. We'll see what I can
Yes.
do about that.
That's right. Follow Gabrielle Zelina, you all. Okay.
Yes. All right. Take care, y'all.
Bye bye.
Bye.